why do so many people say porn is bad for you? And I know it's all over the internet. It's free. You can pay for some. You could save some money and watch some. But why is it bad? You know.
So I can talk about this topic all day. So let's see how I can, so one, I think the first thing that we want to kind of identify, right? Like, what does bad mean? What does problematic mean? That's number one, right? So let's think about the four C's, right? Loss of control. So I've tried to stop or reduce my consumption of porn, but I have a really hard time. Compulsivity, there's a compulsive use. Cravings, because when you crave something you almost like desire it so much that it's right here, right? And then continued use regardless of negative consequences. So that's what we would call problematic or bad, right? I think that porn, the problem is kind of like what you just mentioned. It is, overwhelming. There's so much of it. And we have to be really mindful that the porn that we watch is not realistic sex. Orgasms for everybody. No one says no. Hair and makeup is perfect. Oversized penis, aggression usually towards women, no consent, no lubrication. And most porn is made by men for men, to somehow protect their insecurity. So it's very driven towards that. There is a woman, she's a Swedish producer, that her name is Erica Lust, and she actually does more of erotic porn. The other problem with porn is that it bypasses romanticism, desire, arousal, key components of desire, especially for women. Men and women's desire work a little bit different, and that's okay, but it bypasses those components. And so instant gratification, get the job done. And one thing that I tell all of my clients, doesn't matter what gender, if you use porn as a part of your repertoire, that's okay, but masturbate without porn. People give me this look like, what do you mean masturbate without porn?
Just an accident. I'm kidding.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Use your imagination. Do you remember what that was like?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Creativity, sensations in your body, right? Because it's like before I go to sleep, put on porn, you know, orgasm quick, that's not really how it works. So I almost think of it like a knife, right? If we have a knife, we can use it to put butter on our bread, or we can use it to stab somebody, right?
Right.
So we can use porn with handle with care, right? If it's part of your repertoire, that makes sense. But Nate, I also wanted to share a study that I just learned about. It's through the Society of Research and Sex Therapy. And one of the things that they found, and I'm going to cliff note it, but if you guys want to know more about the study, please reach out. So this study took a whole bunch of men, and it was a self-reported measure. So they found that men that thought that porn was problematic, remember the four C's, and high frequency of use. What is high frequency? 7 or more times a week, right? They found that the men that self-reported this as problematic also reported low self-esteem, depressive symptoms, being susceptible to boredom, so we see that there may be some correlations. In my line of work, I see that people use porn and sometimes sex for things that you're not supposed to use it for: relief, release, instant gratification. So we just want to be really mindful of how we're using porn.
Okay.